Miss Malikar, nice to meet you and welcome back to... I was getting a feeling I was forgetting something, so... Wait, where is it?
Confirming your plans.
No. Here.
Navigation point set.
Stop the investigation for now. Okay. Will Ren appear? I mean, Ren was in the quest. Will still this area do the trick?
Yes, it should be perfect.
What's that?
Parabolic shards expanded, initiating satellite communications.
Huh? Holy shit, indeed! Again? Some of our researcher was supposedly used in making it too. What is it, Theo? That wasn't what I thought it was it? A low-altitude communication satellite flying 900 cells off the ground under the Sea of Stars. One of the many cutting-edge orbits you guys operating in secret, huh?
Indeed. Vern aided in its development, and the president of Calvert has given its use his tacit approval. As long as we continue reporting data on its usage, admittedly.
Sounds like him, alright? So this is how you report to headquarters without the risk of anyone listening?
That's correct. I don't believe communicating using Basel's orbital network to be safe at this point in time. As a Code E matter, the main AI in our headquarters will begin analysis and threat level determination as soon as it has received the proper data.
Must make things easy just having a computer to do everything for you.
Something about that just doesn't sit right with me.
There's two sides to every coin, as the sayings go. Marduk ain't the only one whose tech level is off the chart. Hell, it's not even tech, it goes for martial arts, magic, and the likes too. The Genesis and Almara aren't much different. But whatever something above a board or not, it all comes down to how you choose to grapple with it. You should try it and keep that in mind.
Sure. Loud and clear, Professor Arkwright. I was forced to grapple with that damn tyrant. I know what I'm doing on that front.
Yeah, I suppose you do. You don't mind me telling the others too all that's happening here, by the way?
By all means. Whether it's permitted under our company rules is a gray area. But that is the Arkwright Solutions way, isn't it?
Looks at that, seems I can stop rubbing off on people.
So I've noticed.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry for bothering you so late. I thought you would be in for the night by now.
Oh, it's you. Wait. You may have seen the satellite from the observator. I was just calling to ask for your help with something. So over at the institution not too long ago we... Got it. We're meeting at the main gate, right? We'll be there in 20. We should grab small fry on the way there. Ooh! Hey, you got... Hey, you...
The preparations are coming along nicely. This is going to be fun. Much as I wish we didn't have to leave most of the execution to that filthy worm.
He is an overseer much like myself. I am sure he will play his role perfectly. Just take care not to let the window of opportunity pass you by.
Who do you think you're talking to, puppeteer? As if I would fail.
This battlefield will soon be an essential part of the preparations for our endgame. I will be looking forward to seeing what you can do as well, Golden One.
I shall do whatever my contract asks of me. Farewell for now.
Why they are not showing their faces? Okay. And what's with the non-intense music?
There you are. I'm glad you all came.
Yeah, hey there. Wait a sec, haven't we met this chick? That's right, earlier today.
Oh, I remember you too.
I wasn't aware that you had already met. This is Associate Professor Esmeralda, another one of Professor Hamilton's students.
Please be a good person.
That's me! My full name is Esmeralda Archette. What a surprise! So you are the problem solvers I've heard so much about. And one of you is just too adorable!
Such an Annalise.
Please, Essie, this isn't the time for that. I did tell her to go home, but she insisted on staying to help us.
Why must you be so cold, Katra? I could never abandon my little brother in his moment of need.
Little brother? We're just students under the same professor.
What do you mean, just? Here's what you get for being so mean. Come here.
Stop that, please!
Man, think we could swap bodies for a sec, kiddo? Well, the more people familiar with this place that we have to show us around, the better. The bigger our group, the higher our chances of finding this intruder we are here for. That's true, I didn't see them directly, just to be clear. But Theo's sensor detected an unregistered individual entering the building. So they didn't use that stupid car to get in there? It's also worth considering that the security system used here is too advanced for just anyone to be able to slip through. I will consider that this could be Theo's sensor malfunctioning, but it is drawn based on CIFA technology. I very much doubt it. The reading is correct, I'm sure. Well, let's see what we can do. We may find ourselves stumbling on clues we couldn't find earlier today, if we're lucky. We're keeping you two with us, but just be careful, okay? We'll be fine. We have Theo and Zeros with us after all. Let's get to work. Oh. Engaging. Oh my god, I'm gonna have 2 dogs. Won't kill us to be more tense here. Zeno! The institution is so moody at this time of hour. Oh, feels scary? Of course not. A Kurgan warrior will never be afraid of something like ghosts. I'm not remembering all the ghost stories I hear at school or anything. That would be silly. Alright, alright. Small quantity of residual shards detected. Shards? Here? Someone used their CFAT here. Let's have a quick look around in case.
That dining hall's a bit suspect, but first things first.
Okay.
Oh wait, if I'm able to use him. Oh wait, a little bit. Well, he got his thing. Later on I'll fix you, I guess. The cafeteria empty, huh? I can't sense anyone here either. By the way, was that green-haired girl the only one left in the building when we got here apart from our intruder? Not quite. Professor Cronkite already returned home for the day, so he won't be here. But there are also several security guards along with Professor Kallang and his assistants. I tried calling out to them from the other side of the door, but they were too focused on their work to notice. No surprise there, I guess. Well, let's just put them out of our mind for the time being. Professor Hamilton's students sure are an eclectic bunch, huh? You included. I don't want to hear that from you. Still, I think that just goes to show how open-minded she is. She doesn't care about race, upbringing, or anything other than finding the good in everyone, then working to better bring it out. Everyone knows her as the mother of the Orbital Revolution, but even to this day she's striving to develop technology to help those in need. On top of that, she's kinda considerate. I never met anyone like her. She sounds amazing. She was the one responsible for reviving and expanding Tarbat Oasis too, wasn't he? She. I can really tell you how much you respect her. I could never not respect her. Oh my god. This feels like... So the house we visit entirely today is where Mr. Elysium and Professor Hamilton live then? That's right, the professor took him in 9 years ago and he's been living with her since. Oh, took him. Oh, orphan. Oh, what the professor did to him? The two of them along with me and Professor Cocktail are like a family now. So that's why people call him her favorite. If she left the country 2.5 years ago, however, that's right, he puts on brave face, but he misses her so much. She is off trying to solve the problem in the east, so there's no telling when she's going to be back. The story about closing down the observatory seemed to come about because of me and Professor Kronkin too. But he never confided in us. Instead, he tried to fix the problem all on his own. And Professor Kronkin is really busy at the moment, so he can't be around very much. I just wish I could pick up the slack and support quietly like a real big sister should. Kiddo's got a pattern, huh? He was trying to sort out that problem down in the mine alone too. But he's kinda age when kids wanna act older than they are. Better to just leave him be if you ask me. Perhaps you're right, but being there for one another is what families do. I'm a little envious, to be honest. Oh? Huh? Did you find something, Zeros? Guess we better give it a look. We sure didn't find anything downstairs, so I'm not getting my hopes up. I agree, let's see if we can find anything.
This Robo Mud acts like a real-ass dog.
Doesn't it? I spent many nights coding the design so it'd perfectly replicate a wolf's mannerisms.
See? Nothing here. Well, that's strange. The doors are hard. Did you just open it? No, that doesn't... where you're going, Zeros? Hmm? What is it? Zeros? There. Wait, was that? However they ain't using stealth shards. They appear to be combining them with something else. Theo, we're going after them. Understood. We're going too. Ah, wait for me. It is zeros.
Wait! I surrender! I surrender!
A woman? She looks kind of familiar. And there was me thinking it'd be a that kinky cat or someone from the mafia. Who's that? She must not be a member of the faculty then. Man, it didn't cross my mind it may be you, but I won't have put mirror on it. This here is one of Kincaid's subordinates. I don't think I ever called your name. Oh? So it's the desk junkie's goofer, huh?
You watch what you're calling me!
Is this an acquaintance of yours?
I was hoping not to make contact with you while I was here. But I see I underestimated just how friendly you would get with the faculty here in less than 24 hours. I did hear you had a way of conning everyone you meet into liking you, Arkwright, but you work fast.
I ain't conning anyone, I'm just that likable. Also, if you're gonna try to burn someone, maybe try doing it when you are not pinned under a dog.
You think I'm enjoying this? Just get it off me!
What was all that about? I can eat another bite of engaging. Looks like you guys did the rounds. We sure did, though we may have overdid it a tad for it being our first day. But now I have a better idea of just what is happening in this city. You do? How you doing?
My name's Kayla McMillan. That's my real name, for what it's worth. I'm a second lieutenant in the CID, and I'd prefer it if that and all we discuss are kept off the record.
I thought you were here on a job from Elysium. So the CID is involved then? Yeah, we knew that CEO may try to hide stuff from us, so we kept one of our clients a secret. We just didn't expect one of their guys to use a mix of Sifat and Ramna stealth to sneak in here. I apologize for the trouble I ended up causing. My intention was to investigate so we had a backup in the event so you didn't succeed. I never expected to be found. Clearly I shouldn't have underestimated the institution of the science technology prowess. Fios is cool? Of course, very cool, very cool. I don't get it, why sneak in here at all? You couldn't just let us do our thing? I assume she concluded that the current situation was too serious not to do anything. That about the long and short of it? The current state of the orbital network and the distribution network is a problem. I had them go down on me the other day too. We managed to get things running again, but it was still a big hassle. But just why is this happening at all? There's only one possibility that I cannot propose. That will be unusual intensive parallel distributed computing. I'm no expert in the field, but that's all that comes to mind for me too. Then we are in the same mind. I'm totally lost. Yeah, the hell are you guys talking about? Orbital computers have been getting bigger and faster over the past few years. and the bigger they get, the more orbital energy they consume. In short, yes, the larger and more complex the tasks you require of them, the more power they will consume. Orbits regenerate orbital energy over time and don't generally need an external power source. That changes, however, when the amount of energy consumed vastly exceeds the orbit's ability to generate it. Yet, if the orbital distribution network that serves as that external source is also be heavily taxed, that leads to a temporary decrease in the amount of energy available and a spike in the amount of orbital network traffic. That theory alone will be enough to explain the issue you are here to investigate. Does parallel distributed computing really consume that much orbital energy? It's when borrow the processing power of multiple computers through the net to do great calculation, right? I impress you know about such cutting-edge tech. Now, connecting a few terminals isn't going to consume much energy at all. But what do you think would happen if one were to connect all the terminals in the city? Oh, Crossbell! Then do you think hacking is behind this? The flows of the orbital distribution network looks to me like it's being manipulated. If you intentionally adjust its flow on an erratic scale, you can make it seem like issues are occurring at random. You may even call doing just that my specialty, though I find this here to be a distastefully crafty way of going about it. You say it, Ren? Still, while it's possible on paper, I can imagine parallel distributed computing taking place on such a vast scale. As for controlling the orbital distribution network itself, that's simply unimaginable with current technology. We still don't know all there is about orbital energy and how it works. Oh, but wait. Yeah, a situation mirroring that unimaginable scenario happened not long ago. Flashback. Okay, tell me. It was around the most recent occupation for Crossbell. There were miracles and calamities born from their large-scale distribution process. So, impossible that I never thought the same could happen here in the Republic, even if this is on a smaller scale. Indeed, we analyzed the situation ourselves at Marduk and reached the same conclusion about what happened. Reset. That confirmed it then. She finally clued us in. I've heard some about what went down in Crossbell, but if this is the same as that, well, that spells trouble for us. Right, and this isn't the first time we have run into something connected to the wall incident either. Dude, what the hell? Damn, don't know if they are deliberately setting out to replicate Crossbell deal, but there's one thing we need to get cleared up right off the bat. We gotta assume someone's out there trying to do research they shouldn't that can only be done with parallel distributed computing. So the question becomes, who is it? What's the point in asking a question with only one clear answer? Professor Kallang. Just what does he think he's doing? He's changed a ton over the past few years, but I didn't think he was up to something of this magnitude. This number belongs to...
Is that you, Elysium?
Professor Kallang, what's wrong, sir?
I'm so sorry. I screwed up. Please, stop this. They want my...
What just happened? He's in the special research building, right? We must hurry. What? Ren, you freaking come. She needs to come. Damn, fire! Oh, damn. Professor, where are you, Professor? Don't be the next day. Don't be the next day. Stay on the night. Ah, come on. No. Okay, there he stands. There he stands. Alright. Just what is going on here? Professor Calhoun has gone missing and you're here with some evidence that he's been abusing his power? Even the police and guild have barged into the institution wanting to question me. Your people have been here for a day. A day? Are you some sort of plague being bogged down upon us? It's not their fault. This is Professor Calhoun's problem. No, it's all of our problem. Patri, don't act like you didn't know about assistants being harassed left and right. Just what did you want me to do about it in my... Ah, fuck you! It's not my place to say anything about this, his research. Fuck you! I'm sure that is one of the difficult things about being a joint venture group funded by multiple inventors. But I also imagine the benefits outweigh the difficulties. Anyone could see that the professor was on our prime page, and the problem with the orbital network and its distribution are just as clear. Let me just shoot it straight with you. Was that professor linking to any strange groups? You know, like the mafia or anything? I like to believe that he wasn't, but I can't say for sure. It's pretty normal for the institution of science and Vermin Company to accept outside funding. In other words, the ground is fertile for corruption. And I can write off the possibility with all those new terminals he suddenly had on him. Stop the pointless conjecture, you have no evidence. If rumors like this were to leak to the public during such a crucial time, how about acting like a leader for once in your damn life? These youngsters were hired so the police and the guild won't have to get involved. And while we sit here scrambling for answers, who knows what Professor Conley is up to? Tell me, is there ever going to be a better time than now to step up as a CEO, Bill? Oh my god, we know his name. Supervisor. Fine, I'll tell you everything I know. But please keep this just between us. Of course, our team always keep matters like this confidential. We are contracted with one of your biggest shareholders, the Principality of Elysium. We have nothing to gain from hurting your image. And everything to gain from earning from brownie points with Vernie. Professor Calhoun first began to change around a year or two, where we have received a request from Republic Army to develop the next generation of weapons, something he excels in. But when the time came to propose ideas he lost in his own field, Professor Cronkey's was accepted. I knew that was it. Ever since he's been doing research on his own like a man possessed. I don't know what it is he started researching, but whatever it was, it requires an immense amount of capital and manpower. There came a point where he started seeking out every sponsor he could. Then half a year ago I hear a place called the Anchorville Company offer an unprecedented amount of money. That name. So it got called in your information network too, huh? Don't tell me this is the same thing as in Lamport. Indeed, the Arcorville Company, much like the Messeldam Trading Company, is also one of their shell corporations. Goddamn fuck. Who are we talking about? A certain mafia. They're called Almara, and they're on both the Guild and the police radars. What? Professor Kala was involved with people like that? I've heard rumors, been expanding their territory an awful lot of late. Just how the hell could you have overlooked something like this? It's not my fault, I only got the info the other day. And what else could I do? Do you know what could have happened to me if I put a pause on research for the Mafia? Think about the poor assistant who ended up helping them without even realizing. So after losing against the genius professor, he started focusing entirely on his own research. My bet's that he's sticking to the same field of expertise. And if the Mafia has invested massive funds into his work, I had a bad feeling about this, a really bad feeling. The network delay that dropped down to 0.35% has gotten worse again of this morning too. That makes it highly possible that he's continuing his research in another location. But just where on earth could that be? Sounds like we got a good old-fashioned manhunt on our hand. We're gonna be combing through this place way more than what we did yesterday. I take it there are no objections? I don't like it, but I know it must be done. Better give our cards the proper ranks then. Fine, give me your cards. Yes? What is that? Rank B, the certification level you mentioned. That one almost never gets issued. I'm not trying to bitch, but maybe as well give us rank A at this point? Don't ask for the impossible, Size will be able to get around much better than we could yesterday with this. Let's go work, time to get one over that Mafia.
I have a favor to ask.
Yes, come.
If at all possible, do you think I could accompany you?
Oh?
As Professor Hamilton's student, this situation with Professor Callahan isn't entirely unrelated to me, and I very much consider it my job to do something about it in her stead. Please, let me come with you.
Quattri. That's fine with me. But just don't give you head up, our work takes priority. That means you're gonna be tagging along while we take care of business. That's gonna be a problem? You mean like yesterday? That's fine. I won't even mind helping out if there's anything I can do. Well, we are counting on you guys. I'll reach out to my contacts and see what I can dig up while you are at it. And just don't do anything too crazy, okay, Quattri? And don't worry so much, Easy. I'm in good company. But whatever it takes, I'm determined to set things right while she's not here to do it herself. I know. I'll start talking to any dealer who supply Professor Calham with parts. If I hear anything back, I'll let you know. Take good care of the boy. Yeah, you got it. By the way, Agnes, it glowed last night, didn't it? It did, yes. Most likely at the same time as the Professor Calham final transmission went out. We are getting close then. Yes, the last time the Genesis glowed like that was... What are you talking about? What's the Genesis? Ah, don't worry about it. Work stuff, I'm sure will fill you in eventually when you see that I transform. I hope you don't mind, Quattri. If you say so, it must be something that could take a while to explain. So where should we start? If possible, I'd like to first speak to Yang. You will better know him as Professor Concrete. The guy our mission professor had beef with, right? Yeah, I bet he'd know a thing or two about his research. Sounds good to me. Plus, I think it's about time we have a little talk with yesterday's client. The anonymous one? Not so anonymous to us at this point. Come on, let's settle the score. So we'll be making the runs through the new town and the artisan district before heading to the Institute of Science. That sounds perfect. Then may the day 2 of our work begin. So we're gonna let it till here for now, so I can do the rounds, as they say, and see you guys in the next one, if you guys want. I don't know.
All the lights, they're passing by, and all my thoughts, they multiply. I see it flash before